Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
We're standing in Yaletown, the very popular Yaletown, right outside of Provence Marina Side Restaurant. And we're going in there next. Well, I pulled the good straw and I got to do the wine talk with Joshua, who is the wine director here at Provence. We're going to jump right into it. You have a wine wall. You're very famous for your wine wall, but you've had to do a few changes to it. Tell us what's happened.
Yes, thanks for asking. With the pandemic and the space limitations of tables being 6 feet apart, we opted to have tables rather than wine service from the wine taps.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's, absolutely.
And you're focusing more on a few really, really great wines. Tell us a little bit what's behind me here.
Okay, great. The first three wines that are closest to you are from Côte de Provence in south of France, a restaurant named Provence. We may as well have wines from Côte de Provence. The white Le Grand Cru is a Vermentino that goes really well with some of our oilier fishes like a sea bream or shellfish and butter sauce and white wine. It's kind of our house white as our go-to. It's really easy to drink. Second one is maybe the nerdiest wine in our whole collection. It's 100% Tiburon that was vinified in oak. It's delicious. Tastes like white Burgundy.
Yeah, and you're telling me it's a rosé, but someone would be fooled by that, right?
Someone would be fooled by it, absolutely. If you closed your eyes and you didn't look at the color, then you would definitely maybe not guess rosé from Provence.
Very nice.
Third is a funny little bottle, Master Gagonier. It's from Le Beau de Provence. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon dominant. It has Grenache and Mourvedre and Syrah. It's really fruit forward and easy drinking, great with beef tenderloin or rack of lamb or on its own on a winter night. Yeah. And then these three are coastal inspired from BC, Unsworth Vineyard Charmat Method Charme de Lille. It's light and crisp and easy to drink.
Which we're drinking right here. Cheers.
Cheers. And it goes with anything from like on its own, celebratory, or I paired it with our goat cheese salad on our dine out menu, which is fantastic. And then the Sea Star Stella Maris, which is from Pender Island, aromatic white, but finishes quite dry and has a lot of salinity. So again, with seafood, it goes really well.
I love that place. I've been there and they've always been sold out.
I know, it's such a gem. And we're really lucky to be able to work with it.
Yeah, and last.
Third is Pinot Noir from Salt Spring Island, Coudetage. It's a really easy drinking Pinot Noir, good with seafood or with tomato sauces or light white meats like rabbit or chicken, and it's really versatile, so it's very easy to work with. And
beautiful wine program. These are all available by the glass.
All available by the glass.
Wonderful.
We have 70 wines by the glass, and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and I know we're going to talk about the happy hour as well with JF
That's right.
a little bit later in the show.
Wonderful.
All right,
Okay.
Thanks, Joshua.
Thank you for your time. Thanks.
Well, Lita, we've got another great giveaway coming up now for our viewers, and it ties in with the kind of a theme we've had, one of many themes we've had running through our show over the last couple months, and that's beer, craft beer, and local beer. Of course, we had Joe Wiebe on our show not too long ago from BC Ale Trail, and we had Joe Leary, one of the hosts of Just Here for the Beer, on recently too. But now we have a pretty cool swag package to give away to a couple of our viewers.
And this is from the BC Ale Trail, which for our viewers, if you weren't watching those previous segments, it is the definitive online resource for those interested in exploring the extraordinary world of BC craft beer, as well as our beautiful British Columbia.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and you're supporting local, which is great, as both Joe Leary and Joe Wiebe said. Hey, we should thank Joe Wiebe, who's the content manager with BC Ale Trail. We should also thank Monica Frost, who handles communications and everything, BC Ale Trail, and the BC Craft Brewers Guild. Lita, how can people win this great package?
People can win by sending us a message on our Instagram and just say, I want to win the BC Ale Trail swag, as well as you can send us a message on our Facebook page at Our City Tonight.
Thanks to all the folks that helped us, and good luck to our viewers. Well, Lita got the wine. I get a little sampling of what is happening for Valentine's. Of course, February is Valentine's month. I'm here with Sheldon, the chef de cuisine. And Sheldon, let's start with some stuff that we can enjoy in-house, dining in. We've got a little sampling here for Valentine's.
So this is just part of our menu. We have a few other options. So here we have some oysters to start with. Everyone likes some fresh oysters to start with. We have some grilled Hokkaido scallops with some fresh pea shoots and a smoked herring beurre blanc. And then over here we have a sable fish with some house-made gnocchi, some caviar, and some very nice zucchini ribbons.
The thing I was looking at very intently is that you have a spectacular take-out menu for Valentine's. Let's work through this wonderful package that you can get takeout from Provence.
Yeah, so we did the takeout for turkey dinner for Christmas Eve. So we decided to do a Valentine's Day one here. So we have two starters here. We're gonna have the poached prawns with the cocktail sauce and the lemon. And then we have our house-made crab cakes with some aioli and some salad on the side here and our house dressing. Over here we have a seared sable fish with a mushroom broth, wild mushrooms, and then potatoes and some nice baby veg. So it's going to be really easy to reheat and eat.
Yeah. This is fantastic. This is Valentine's. Of course, as we mentioned, we're in the middle of Valentine's month right now. So look for Valentine's dine in or take out here at Provence. Sheldon, thank you.
Thank you so much.
While we spare no expense on this show, a different camera angle, we just talked to Sheldon about some great Valentine options. Now we're back here with the owner and executive chef, JF, to talk about, oh my goodness, Lita, some great food. You take over here. I just want to stare.
It's going to have trouble getting...
We need to share. We need to share.
Sharing for sure, yes.
Good thing there's no utensils, though, because he starts eating. But you have had the most amazing restaurant, a little south of France, a little west coast. Congratulations, as your 19th anniversary is coming up.
Coming up, yeah. It's very soon.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Time goes so fast.
Well,
it's crazy. Yes.
You guys have done some beautiful things here, and you have a loyal following. Now we're going to look at the food that is available all year round, basically. I know you get seasonal, but tell us what we have in front of us.
We had staple dish for the last 19 years. Sort of the fish soup right here is one of the dish inspired by my mom, actually, and who passed away, unfortunately. But the fish soup is very different, strong flavor. Not everybody likes it, but when you hooked up on it, then you're done. You have to come back for the fish soup all the time.
It's a classic.
Yes. The seafood platter also was an original of Marine Side 19 years ago, and it's still on the menu to this day. The rack of lamb also, that was actually original from my previous restaurant, Provence on 10th Avenue.
That was your original one, opened in 1991.
That's right. Yes, so that was 20-something years ago. It's now sold, no more my restaurant, but just focusing on the big Provence.
Right.
Oyster we have all the time, the clafoutis, also a dessert that we had on the menu since day one. So we just give you a little sample of what we have. We have a roast chicken, a half roast chicken who's been on the menu as well for a long time. A lot of great dish.
We should also talk about the other table that you're in front of right now, and that is, people may not know, but you've got a really super happy hour here.
So happy hour, it's also one of our focus, and we take some of the dish that we have on the regular menu, sometimes change it a bit or reduce the portion because they are like $7 items, so they are inexpensive for happy hour. And we also have great wine by the glass as well. Not as much that we used to have pre-COVID, but still we have a fair amount of choice of wine or beer and cocktail on happy hour. Yes.
And it's a great place to come. You have an awesome patio that's open all year round.
So the patio is one of definitely of our strength as well. We have 2 patio right attached to the restaurant, and since March we were able to, after the 2 months of the confinement that we had in March and April, we were able to apply for the street patio, and we managed to get 2 patio. We were one of the first restaurants to apply for the permit and everything, and within a week we had 2 patio built right in front of the restaurant. So awesome patio space for sure.
We're going to dig into this food as we always do when the camera stops rolling, but we will come back at the end of the show. We're going to talk to Lisa, as we always do with every restaurant, about the safety protocols and everything that they're putting in place so that you can enjoy this wonderful restaurant safely and cautiously. JF, thank you. We know you're busy. Thanks for a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And now we're going to eat your food.
Yes. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we hope you're enjoying the show, taking a little break as we always do, Lita, here in Yaletown on a rainy afternoon, but that's expected in the middle of winter. Where can people see past episodes of our show?
They can see past episodes on our YouTube channel, but we also encourage you to contact us and send your comments on our Instagram at Our City Tonight, Twitter, as well as Facebook.
That's right. Now, a rainy afternoon, and you want to thank, we got a lot of good sponsors we work with, but you want to thank one in particular.
In particular, thanks to Helly Hansen for our outdoor wear that keeps us nice and cozy. I've got my great coat, my great zip sweater, as well as these fabulous boots. So thanks, Helly Hansen.
I'm wearing a nice jacket from Helly Hansen. Thanks, guys, and let's get back to Our City Tonight.
Well, travel certainly is at an all-time low currently. The airport is very quiet, but you can still get away with a staycation at the beautiful and luxurious Fairmont Vancouver Airport Hotel, which we are at right now in the Absolute Spa with Brittany Ivans, who is our beauty expert with Soluzione Spa products. Welcome, Brittany.
Thank you for having me again.
Just walking into the spa, it's just so beautiful. The aromatherapy already, you can breathe. Yeah, you feel the anxiety just decreasing. But we are here to talk about Valentine's. We're in Valentine's month, and you have a brand new collection with Aromatherapy Associates. Tell us a bit about that.
I'm happy to, thank you. So this is not your grandmother's rose, Lita. This is really rose reimagined. We have the beautiful bath and shower oil to start, which is really Aromatherapy Associates' signature product. You'll get 20 baths out of this or more if you mix it up with showers. This whole collection was created to enrich the skin and uplift the spirit, and I know we can all use that.
Oh, definitely.
So we've got here warm damask rose, which is known as a natural antidepressant, which is amazing for our mental health during this time. We have geranium, and we also have palmarosa, and that's going to help with moisture retention. So we have the new triple exfoliator. It got its name because it has 3 botanical microspheres there to really just slough off any dead skin cells and smooth out your skin, but also of course keep that moisture. So it's got bamboo, corncob granules, and biodegradable rose water infused jojoba.
Is that good on your face?
It's amazing for face and body.
Great, because masks, everyone's
Masks, we're having some skin issues. I know, we're getting breakouts, we're having, a really interesting time with those. So our skin can use some help for sure. After your scrub, you can use the new pink clay mask. This is actually for hair, scalp, face, and body. So I love that because with the French pink clay, it's a natural mineral rich. It will help to act as a pre-cleansing treatment as well before your shampoo. But it has sweet almond oil and shea butter to keep the hydration as well.
So you can come here and get all these products, try them, and then take them home as well.
Take them home and continue on that treatment and experience for yourself, continue your healing. And of course, last but not least, we have the hand cream, 100% natural ingredients, and keeps you very hydrated.
Yeah, everyone's getting dry hands, dry face.
Over cleansing, and we need this, but we also need to keep our moisture barrier intact and healthy, and this will help you do so while enjoying it.
What would you say the most unique thing is about the aromatherapy products?
The most unique thing to me is these are not just products that you can enjoy using and see results, but you'll actually receive mental health benefits from these aromatherapy oils. So there's many benefits to it, physical, mental, spiritual. It's a beautiful collection.
And I know I was reading a little bit about the rose, and I've tried this great product as well, some of them, thank you, that it decreases anxiety, decreases depression. I know science, there's still not a lot out there, but the research has found that it even increases libido.
Ooh, yeah, so great for Valentine's month, isn't it? Absolutely love these products, and they're just very comforting. So again, it's a very unique rose blend, and it's just stunning.
Yes, and you gave me another little tester here. It's definitely not your grandmother's rose. Thanks, Brittany.
My pleasure, thank you.
Now we're in a different part of the spa, in the couples treatment room at Absolute Spa, and we are joined by Amanda, who is the regional manager for the Absolute Spa Group. Welcome, Amanda.
Thanks for coming, Lita.
So beautiful to be here. Tell us a little bit about your safety protocols to make your guests feel extra safe.
So the health and safety of our guests is our number one concern. So aside from following the rigorous CDC and WHO regulations for health and safety, we are also partnered with the Fairmont Hotel, which is, they have implemented the All Safe standard, which is just an elevated level of cleanliness, hygiene, sterilization, and safety for our guests.
And I noticed that also we have to wear masks as we go from place to place here. We just took them off to be able to talk to our audience. Also want to talk a little bit about the treatments and how they're a little bit different now.
So the change in times hasn't necessarily changed the needs of our guests, and everyone's kind of common humanity to need to relax and get a massage and feel refreshed. And so right now we're offering our full service menu with a few adjustments. I wouldn't say that it is so much taking away from the guest experience as adding a level of intimacy in it. So there is less guests in the location at one time because obviously we've revised our occupancy limits, and we're able to really focus on our guests' needs and provide that moment of calm and rest and relaxation that they're looking for so they can go out, feel refreshed. And that's kind of what we've noticed now is a shift from the all-day spa experience where we're lounging and drinking wine and that to a more structured yet still relaxing time. And obviously we still have our pool available here, which is pretty amazing. And we have 1 hour time slots with the pools, with all of our services.
Well, and people can go home and drink, right?
Yeah, that's right. People can go home.
That's wonderful. So thanks, Amanda. Super appreciate having you on camera with us today. You can find all the information about Absolute Spa at the hotel in our end credits. And again, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
This edition of Moments in Diversity is brought to you by Icon BC Business Association. Icon BC is connecting businesses throughout the Lower Mainland.
We're out here in Richmond at the very popular Yu Chinese restaurant. They specialize in Hong Kong-style dim sum and a selection of Cantonese dishes. As the opening said, this is a new group of segments that Lita and I are going to be doing in 2021 called Moments in Diversity, where we will look at a different culture, a different community that help make up the Lower Mainland, BC, and of course, Canada. Joining me today is a guy who will be doing double duty in this segment today. Alan Chan is the Vice Chairman of Icon BC, a nonprofit business organization. Their goal is to assist members to connect each other and professionals to learn from wisdom and experience. And we're also thrilled to have Queenie Chu here. She is the CEO of Success, one of the largest nonprofit social service organizations in Canada, helping people since 1973. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you guys here. Queenie, let's start with a bit of background on Success.
Success was established since 1973, and we serve newcomers as well as local residents to Canada along the Canadian journey, as well as we provide services to seniors care and affordable housing.
Alan, I've been to a number of your events, of course. Talk a bit about what Icon does.
Well, Icon, we started off as the bridge to connect different people. We saw there's a huge disconnection between the more experienced businessmen and the young entrepreneurs. So we were here to connect them. And slowly we realized there's also a gap between the society and also government. And we also became the bridge to connect societies.
And okay, I think we can all agree that last year was troubling, exhausting, exasperating, frightening, scary, unknown, and we're We're a little more hopeful this year, but we're still not out of the woods by any means. Queenie, talk a bit about what the pandemic has done to your programs. Of course, the stats coming out in terms of anti-Asian hate crimes up 878% compared to this time last year. How has all this affected what you do? Because I've known you a long time, and you are a very positive person who loves to tackle issues and problems.
Certainly, the fact of the matter is that many one of us have been impacted by COVID-19 pandemic economically, socially, mentally, and physically. And this is incredibly affecting each individual. And as success, we certainly have the programs provided virtually, in person, as well as over the phone. We also pivot many of our opportunities to serve those vulnerable in the community.
Of course, Queenie touched on the word, Alan, pivot. I heard that a lot last year with our business segments. You, of course, as I said, I've been to your events many times where it's about bringing people together. That was not happening in 2020.
No, we can't have people together anymore. Before COVID, we had hundreds of people in any of our events. We have them monthly. During COVID time, people are separated, but we still want to connect people together. We reach out to businesses, let's see how they're doing, how they're adopting to the new COVID regulations. And we have discussion between them to see what you're doing and what some of the things that I can provide to you during this difficult time as well.
And listen, I'll stay with you for just another question here. Talk about being a second generation Chinese Canadian. Your mother came here with you as a young boy. You went to university here. But how has it been different for you as opposed to them? And you also have kids, and it will be different for them as well.
You're right, Jim. I think being a second generation Chinese, we're so lucky because we enjoy all the groundworks that has been laid down for us, for people before us. Me growing up, I see myself as a Canadian. I don't see myself any otherwise. And my friends, they might come from other backgrounds, but we don't see them as different. I mean, we see the differences, but we appreciate the differences. For example, one of my favorite events is go to potlucks, where we have Chinese food, Korean food, Indian food, and that was one of my best time.
Queenie, almost 50 years with success. Talk a bit about how it was at the beginning and how it has evolved and how successful it has been nearly 50 years later.
Well, being an immigrant myself, and this is certainly my commitment and passion to help those people come after me. So I certainly, this is a wonderful opportunity, a success to offer the services to new Canadians along the Canadian journey, as well as local residents in BC. This is phenomenal opportunity to grow our economy, to attract talents from every walk of life, and be able to support our country.
Well said. And Alan, we'll talk about contributions today, but also in history. There was one that you wanted to mention. It's a great amount of Chinese Canadian contributions to our country, but there's one that you really enjoy telling, because I'd never heard of this before, and it's also the subject of a great documentary.
Yes, the one I want to focus on is the Force 136. It was the year 1941 during the Second World War. There was 150 Chinese Canadian volunteers to show their loyalty to Canada by joining force and being trained and dropped off behind enemy lines in Japan to destroy the enemy supply line. As
you mentioned, it's a great documentary. Look for that on YouTube. Hey, lots more to talk about that we couldn't possibly fit in a segment. Go to our YouTube channel, our City Tonight YouTube channel, look for under videos. We have a much longer discussion on that channel, including we're going to answer some questions from our viewers that we threw out there on social media about Chinese New Year, red packets, mooncakes, which this guy devours on a regular basis, dragon dancing, and a whole lot more. So look for Alan and Queenie along with yours truly in a longer version on our YouTube channel. Hey, thanks to Queenie in the TV version, and thanks to Alan. Queenie Chu is the CEO of Success, one of the largest nonprofit social service organizations in Canada, helping people since 1973. Alan has been doing double duty as a guest, but also going forward, you're also going to be doing some co-hosting with Lita and I. He is the vice chairman of ICON BC, a nonprofit business organization which brings a lot of business people together, mentoring, all that kind of things. And that has been our very first Moment in Diversity. Thanks to You Restaurant here in Richmond for being a wonderful setting here in one of their private dining rooms.
This edition of Moments in Diversity was brought to you by Icon BC Business Association. Icon BC is connecting businesses throughout the Lower Mainland.
Well, we're back here at Provence Marina side, and we're outside on the patio. Well, kind of to wrap up the show, we have our masks.
Just took them
taken
off.
off.
That's right. And this patio is open all year round. They got the heaters and everything out here. We're with Lisa right now. She is the GM with an interesting mask that she has. But anyway, no time for that. Hey, as we've been doing with every restaurant segment since early last summer, let's talk a bit about safety precautions here on the patio and, of course, inside. Lisa.
Right. Well, since this all started, obviously, we've all learned a lot. We've followed every guideline that the government has given us, and we're learning every day. And we're just kind of living it. Yeah, and your guests feel really comfortable because I know that you're even to the point of that you're using different menus, you're sanitizing them, you're kind of going over and beyond what some other places might be doing. We are. We've followed, like I said, every guideline that we've been given. We're sanitizing. We have menus that initially they were single use. Now we have them in a shield that we can sanitize after every use. We also have the markers on the table that people can scan if they're more comfortable that way. We're trying to do everything that we can to make everyone feel comfortable and yet still feel like they're taken care of and given the Provence experience.
We should also mention, too, that you've spread the tables out, which is great, but you also have the clear partitions, the glass, plastic partitions between tables.
Outside on the patio, we have about half of the tables that we normally have. Inside, we've got the same thing, about half the tables, but we do have partitions because of the lack of the fresh air that we're so fortunate to have here in Vancouver.
Hey, we've had a great time here this afternoon. Thank you to everybody. It was a busy, you guys are always busy, so it's nice we can get in here and do some filming. Hey, thanks to Nancy Wong, a wonderful PR person who has also got a fantastic mask. Yes, we want to thank everyone at Provence, and we'll have all the information in our closing credits. I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
We'll see you on the next edition of Our City Tonight.
Outdoor wear for Jim and Lita provided by Helly Hansen, alive since 1877.
Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics provided by Soluzione Spa Products.